Well, good midday to each and every one. I'm grateful and thankful to God for the honor, privilege that you have bestowed in my direction to be able to share with you a word from the Lord, a word that will encourage, a word that will strengthen, a word every now and then you may not like, but guess what? God is the kind of God that He doesn't always provide the dainty things in life without there being some level of direction in life. And so, for that, we bless his holy name. Kathy, Dean, Minister Sarah Jenkins, thank you so much for being with us. Nancy, bless the Lord for you. Thank you so much, Iris. I appreciate that. Good to know that all is well and running as it should. Excuse me. Just got done eating a cosmic crisp apple. Mm, mm, mm. Now, I am not putting down the other ones, but number one, they're bigger, they're a little bit sweeter um, than the apple crisp, but the apple crisp is still my favorite. But if you're hungry and want to get full fast, get you one of them cosmic apples. I guarantee you, it'll make your soul happy. Sabrina, how you be? Wendy, good to see you. Um, Grateful. I'm going to wait a couple of more minutes before I go into what I want to deal with on today. And it's there's just all of these interesting. Tell Dewan I said congratulations, Cora, on his graduation, and we are godly proud of him and his accomplishments and those things that are yet to come. Ethel, good to have you. Casper, bless the Lord for you being here on today. And for that, we give God glory and praise for you. What is today? Today's Thursday. I keep thinking today is Friday. Oh my goodness, today's Thursday. A wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day to give God glory and praise. A wonderful day to explore what is God really all about. Good midday to you. Sonia, good to see you. Bless the Lord for you being here with us. And for that, we bless his holy name. I'm watching the events that are taking place in the great city of Washington, the capital of our nation. And how Rhonda, good to have you here with us. Deborah, bless your heart for being here. I watched how that a certain person, Chaplain Hearns, that was given unusual privilege to information that never should have been put in his hands without any vetting, without any background checks, without any. And the problem is, Jaleesa, how are you? God has a way of taking that which someone thinks they can control, manage, manipulate. Um, Minister Faye, how are you? And what he does, because some people, Shirley Brumfield, some people are smarter than God. Some people have more intelligence than God does. Some people are more in tuned with God more than anybody else is. And the amazing thing about it that I find to be so overwhelming is the fact that we serve a God who consistently, Linda, consistently gets us to see that his thoughts are not our thoughts and his ways are not our ways. Sister Thomas, how are you, dear? How's your physical therapy coming along? I know you're doing great things, Andrea. Thank you for being here. Um, and so all of a sudden, Stephanie, Musk is leaving the Trump administration over some major disagreements with this plan that they are going to try and attempt to implement. Adds just $11 trillion to the debt over the next 5 or 10 years. I can't remember exactly which one it is. And so um, he has found out that a lot of things, Ayana, how are you? A lot of things that he wants to do is going to cripple most businesses for the sake of done with therapy. All right. Um, make sure you keep pressing, because there's another press. um, and so, Minister Marcia, Pat, they're finding out that to maneuver this massive thing called the government cannot operate as your business does. Things are put in place to make sure that not one branch becomes more powerful than the other one. And so, with all of that being said and everything, with all of that being said and everything that happens, I think what we must come to terms with, and I think it needs to be reiterated, especially among the real saints, not the folk that go to church or recite homilies or anything. I'm talking about the church who bases who it is upon the indelible and powerful word of God. We need to know some things. We need to recognize some things. We need to grasp some things, and then we need to live in them, not by them, but in them. You need to know that no matter who's in the White House, Timothy, whether it's a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent, you need to know what side your bread is buttered on. Oh, oh, oh. You need to understand quite clearly that in the midst of this, because we find it in Matthew 6:26, and I talk about it a lot of times, but in Matthew 6:26, it says, consider the lilies of the field. Talks about the grass and all of those different things, who never do or perform any of the functions that we do as human beings, and yet still God takes care. Now, if God can take care of flowers and grass, do you think that providing for us is beyond his comprehension? That providing for us is beyond his ability? And the truth of the matter is, even in the midst of squandering and wasting a lot of the revenue, because I wish I could go back to the days of not being saved and straighten stuff out, and all of that money that I wasted on partying and liquor and all the rest of that stuff. I wish I could have that money so I can turn around and invest it, so that I could accumulate more the right way than thinking that a party is the only thing that matters. I know y'all not gonna talk to me. I know y'all not gonna talk to me. Okay. Elder Carter, all the thing I just think about all of the waste for the sake of quote unquote having a good time. And the only thing we had was hangovers and depletions in revenue, because now it's difficult to pay bills when we done partied all weekend. And if we would testify to this, he still met our needs. Oh God. He still met our needs. I might not have had as much as I wanted, but I had enough to take care of what I needed to take care of. So we don't worry about what Elon Musk is doing, or you say you'd be retired. Erica, how are you? Oh my gosh, Mary, listen. I'm just trying to, Iris, I'm just trying to get us to see just how good God is when we're not good to God. Still meets us at the point of every need. Philippians 4:19. Very, and my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory. He will do it. And bless your heart for being here. And the amazing thing about it is, and I talked about it a little bit last night on midweek worship, um, about the love of God, about how much God actually loves us. When one, we're not loving him; two, we're not loving ourselves; three, we're not loving anybody else, and yet still, oh my God, and yet still we have. And here's the funny thing about it is, and I know I've said it before, but I'm trying to make sure that this really delves down into your psyche, into your mind, so that you can recognize something that I think many times we actually don't think God knows. But the funny thing about it is, God already knows we're not going to act right. God already knows that we're not going to keep our promise. God already knows that things just really aren't what we try to say they are. And yet still he answers our prayers. Yo. Mm, 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 mm. I really need us to get this. He already knows when we're lying to him, and he yet still blesses us. He already knows when we're not going to be faithful to him, and he still blesses us anyhow. He already knows that we have absolutely no intention whatsoever of keeping our word, and yet still he makes ways for us. That's love, y'all. That's love. And the reason that's love, and many of us cannot comprehend that level of love, only because we've had minuscule moments of it and a lot of moments of eros or filio. What you have to recognize is that when you are saturated and understand the agape love of God toward us individually, you can't sit back here and act like don't nobody love you. You can't sit back here and act like don't nobody care. And you, oh, I'm just so, no, you're pitiful. You're pitiful because that's where you want to live. You want to live on pity alley. You want to live somewhere. You want to live somewhere where you can sit back and complain about things not being better, because I'm telling you something. There is not another human being who would tolerate you and I and the stuff that we do, and yet still loves us, provides for us, answers our prayer according to Psalm 50:15. Psalm 50:15. This is some powerful stuff that many of us need to get, grasp, and understand. This is what he's done for us. And here's the funny thing about it is, he provides this multiplicity of love engagements when we ain't giving him but a minuscule back. Deborah, I wish I had three people that caught what I just said. What all of us have to know, what all of us must come to terms with, what all of us have to realize is whatever's going on in the White House, whatever's going on in the Capitol in Columbus, whatever shisty things are being conjured and cooked up all over the place. And I said it before, you ought to know what side your bread is buttered on. And you got to remember, it ain't Washington, D.C. It is not Columbus. It is not Harrisburg. It is not any of those places. It is God who does this for you. And he does it because he loves you. Matter of fact, he loves you more than you love yourself. He cares for you more than you care for yourself. So cut out all of that whining and being pitiful when you have the God who is not only the creator of the universe, but the sustainer of the universe, Barbara, who is on your side. My question is, are you on his? I gotta go. I love y'all with the love of Jesus. I love you from the depths of my soul. My prayer is that God will prosper you where you are. And when I talk about prospering, I'm not necessarily just talking about money, but I'm talking about opportunities. Doors will open, things will take place that the devil and your friends said could never happen. And you'll be able to walk through them because you know your God will supply every need according to his riches and glory. You have a tremendously fantastic day in the Lord. May God bless you. May he keep you, is our prayer.